this LAN doesn't showcase like how we normally play at all, for sure, because none of us were really there. So yeah, that was pretty emo. And you know, for me as a player, like I hate losing. Nobody likes to lose. Like it's really depressing when you do, and you know, but it's a wake-up call for you to do better as a teammate and as a player yourself, and it just motivates you more because you want that win. So definitely taking this loss, you know, and there's nothing more we can do about it really besides go home, watch the demo, see what we did wrong, and you know, fix on that.
Yes, you are the worst. Let's go. Outfit of the day. What is it? What if you got your pizza cat back without the pizza? Ooh. Hair flip. Would you? Oh.
I wouldn't be pizza cat anymore. Just be cat.
Be pushing. You'll have the CLG jacket up. This reminds me straight out of Compton.
Do you know how to put Snapchat back to
why the long face?
update?
Potter leaving the team is like a huge, I wouldn't say like setback, but it was definitely a huge change for all of us, because I mean, I've teamed with her since I was like 18, so literally almost exactly 5 years ago. And you know, she took me under her wing. Like, I literally always looked up to her as like a big sister. She was like literally my mentor with CSGO too, and it's like I learned so much from her, from Alice, from JSO and Miss Harvey, and it's totally different with me and like Benny being like, you know, the leaders of the team now, because like, we're the most veteran. Because we're so used to like the whole, you know, Christine and Steph doing this and this for us. Now it's like we've taken on that role. It's a big responsibility, but it's also really cool at the same time.
Got to make sure when you're in Euro that you get that still water. Otherwise, you get some sugarless Sprite. Huh?
I left it open, so then it became non-carbonated after a while.
Dude, that's what you should have done.
I've actually known Lily before she joined our team. She was like, not only was she kind of like very supportive of our team, but she was also like a player on Silhouette, a team that we also had in NA. And I think she was the best player on Silhouette for sure. And, you know, and she fits the criteria that we were looking for in finding a new fifth anyways, because I took on the role of primary. So it's really cool that she can just, you know, get in right into our team like environment. She's kind of getting used to our dynamic pretty easily. And I mean, there's nothing more you can really ask for besides someone who can just take in a role that you give them and kind of fill in for them. It's really easy to work with her. Like she'll take on criticism like easily. She'll, you know, she's learning and she like accepts to learn, and it's really awesome. And out of the game, she's so sweet. She's like one of the nicest humans I've ever met in my life. I've literally, it's disgusting how nice she is. So like, but it's really cool having like, you know, another new teammate. It's like, because like once you have this kind of team environment, it's kind of like a sisterhood at this point. And you know, she's already feeling like she's a part of the team, and it's really awesome.
That's not me! I didn't do this! What the hell? Benny, it's a new adventure, it's fine.
Making fun of my scrapbook.
What? I would never, what the heck?
These are all my strats. And I'm cutting the papers because it doesn't fit in my notebook. Because every day is a new adventure.
So you're scrapbooking your strats?
No, I had my strats on loose leaf, but I wanted to just put it in here. So I guess technically I am. Technically I am scrapbooking. So I've been playing CS since 2003, and since then I've never in my life even considered being an in-game leader or ever been in position to be an in-game leader. But I feel like I've always had a good general like idea of the game, and no matter what like position I've been in, like just generally speaking, I'm an organized person. So for me, taking up in-game leading, it's really, really different. But I think being organized helps because I don't know, like the way my brain thinks is like in a very organized matter, and like all my strats are usually have like this organization to it, you know. So I don't know, it's different, but I'm trying, and I actually really like it.
Why my Wi-Fi stop working?
Hey guys, we're here at day one at Katowice. Today was just media day and practice day, and we've all been awake for a really long time, and we're about to get our first scrim in versus the Brazilians.
One push banana.
I'm with the B.
Push banana.
Two. One more CT. Last guy CT. Nice.
Inside the game, I mean, I think it's really good that Benny wanted to take on IGLing, because like I was IGLing last season and I'm not a fan of IGLing. I don't think a lot of people are. It's like a hit or miss with some people. I think IGLing really kind of like screwed up my fragging, because like for me, IGLing is very hard because I'm not the greatest of multitaskers. It was something fairly new to me, so I didn't feel as confident as I should be in a role like that. So it's definitely nice that she took it away, and I think she's a really hard worker with her IGLing. I think she does a lot of work for the team. She makes like a lot of strats, she watches like demos, and I think it's going really good because it's also helping her as a player. But yeah, that's what she brings inside the game. But outside the game, she's also a great teammate, she's a great friend, she's a great person. I mean, I love Benny. I've known her for like years now, and like getting to know her like personally, she's a really sweet person.
Wait, Jen, ready? 1, 2.
I think just the vibe in general is much different, and it's definitely improved because now I feel better with, you know, joking around during practices, or like if something funny happens, I'm like open about being, you know, like playful and stuff, because I used to just keep to myself and try to be the most quiet person on the team because I didn't know how to react to things, because, you know, it's a new team, like, to me. But now it's more flowy, everything's a lot more together, and the connection between me and, let's say, like, Jen, if we're going to a site, it's definitely more together now.
I'm sorry, this is a what inspired song?
A Diane inspired song.
Huh. Interesting. You talk black, she think I am. Wow, okay. If you want to, these expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the store, I can get them both. I don't want to choose, and I'm quick, cut up. So get comfortable. I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money moves. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you will work a bitch. I mean,
He says A, and you say C, so C-A, and then Jen says cat.
T.
Oh no, T, then she's out. So like, the goal is to make a word.
As long as possible.
Yeah. The person that says the last letter of the word is out of the game. Category is sports. B.
hey.
I'm not playing.
So baseball.
You're supposed to keep spelling it.
Game's fucking stupid.
No.
I really enjoyed this like transition between Christine's Iggle like calling and Benny's Iggle calling, because her new strats that she incorporated into our playbook, and just our defaults all around are very fitted towards me and like what I want to do. And it's not more so old style Counter-Strike, but like new age. So I really enjoy the transition.
I'm pretty sure they pushed mid the first gun round because they had shitty guns.
They didn't push me.
Okay, anyways, first gun round. Okay, whatever. Let's just say first gun round, everyone fights for mid, right? So instead of us fighting back for mid, let's just do like a BXQ.
Because I feel like when we do those smokes mid, it pulls the second B guy to cat. But if we take too long and like there's nothing
Then he's
mid,
already running.
Emmy. Oh my god, Emmy. So honestly, I think inside the game, she's mechanically the best player on her team. She's 17 and she's already having the skill at this kind of age is insane to me. I mean, you talk about these females who might make it to pro, you know, like there's always that talk of like, hey, maybe there will be a female out there that will make it. And I think Emmy might be that female because of how quickly she's learned this game. When we picked her up, she barely played CS for a full year. And she was already so mechanically skilled. We were like really impressed with her. The only thing that she really has to learn now is, again, like same like Jen, like the game sense, kind of like the decision making and things like that. And it's just, once that comes to her, it's like really easy because she has good raw skill and she's barely been playing this game for like a year. So it's kind of insane.
And you guys are here early, man. There's like no chair. I'm a thief.
So of course you saw ours, no one else's.
Well, because I knew you guys. I knew like you guys
So you
wouldn't
thought
beat
it
me
would
up.
be okay.
You won't beat me up. Alright, let's start with. Okay. Huh?
always make sure that your hands are like at the opposite
Okay,
side
okay,
of
I get it.
Yeah, it gets like you get the rhythm. See? Do it faster,
Faster, okay, hold on. Huh? Wait.
Right? It gets confusing, bro.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Did you see her concentrated face?
And when the game was finished, yeah, like in 10 minutes we're gonna start and the server is like in 2 minutes.
I feel the electricity.
Tips.
We are 6 meters.
Hello, I need your phones. Here.
You have an extra little nub.
Oh, sorry. I'll be back later. Yeah, I need it.
Wait, admin.
Seems like things are ready to get underway here though. CLGRED versus Squared Prospects. CLG will be over on that CT side, Squared Prospects will be your Ts. Let's get straight into the results. Yeah, already there's going to be 5 sets of Kevlar from Squared Prospects, which means we should be seeing something fast and high octane level Counter-Strike. What becomes the main play towards 6. Well, it got straight up. Let's see if she can cause a stir. That's what I wanted to see with the Glock coming through. Damage being done. But there is a response from CLGRED. They don't want to give up that site too easily. But in reality...
Pushing you under... Petra?
Fire. Retaking in towards shot. Actually makes most of one ladder and trying to see if she can fall back and not give up the frag. But unfortunately goes down. Emmy finds that frag on 1 versus 2 now. Maybe. What will she be able to achieve? It's a 1v2. Bomb is down. She's got the audio to play with. The headshot comes through as well. Ivy! Are they going to be able to cope with the stresses and pressures? Player advantage here for CLG early on. Window as well. The main point is, Snods, there's no kit. Yeah, I mean, if she had found that frag, that could have been quite the upset of the bomb.
We're definitely not good always on the first game of the day. We're always so rusty, no matter how much we warm up. It's always just that first game nerves. Historically, like even like when we do qualifiers, like we're always like super crusty our first game. Like, you know, every time we play, it's just always really bad. And I think it kind of snowballed into the game because we were like not playing like how we normally play. And we were definitely not used to their play style at all because like, you know, playing versus males online versus females at LAN, it's definitely different. You're definitely not used to how they play for sure. And I guess it kind of, you know, screwed with our minds a little bit because we're just not used to it at all.
As well, the timing isn't going to work out well for her. It's just Bonita remaining in a 1 versus 3 Snods. It's all up to her. It's now or never to try and close this game out, and it's not really up against. Tags up Hellrose, does get a low, gets the spam off, but Zonic will execute as they finish things up. 23 frags there from Bullet.
And then like towards the end of the half, I called to just get scrimming so we can just build some confidence, because like we're just not like taking good fights, right? Like we're taking fights, but we're not really winning them. So we just need to like play loose, take more risk. Like gotta play like we want to win. We're playing like we're scared to lose. Just the nerves first game.
I think it's just the first game. Honestly,
Yeah.
we normally don't play like this. It's just the first game.
Yeah.
So like brush it off. Don't feel like, you know.
It's fine.
Yeah.
They're playing contact plays, pop flash. We have a lot of pop flash plays like set up. Like call them on the fly.
And you know, I mean, it happens. Like we're still a new team, like still new rosters. Like I feel like this happens a lot to us where we always play with like different fives. And it's kind of just unlucky that it just happened again. And you know, I definitely had higher expectations for this LAN, but at the same time, it's like I understand that our team is still pretty brand new. So I understand like why we kind of like screwed things up. Like we definitely didn't play ourselves. Like we lost both pistols, something that's really bad. We've been pretty bad with our pistols, and you know the game kind of just snowballed down. Like we definitely lost that on CT side because we didn't know how to adjust properly. Even if we took the pauses, we kind of like screwed around a little bit with it. But for sure, that was a really rough game for us.
The last one for you, Cobblestone Nuke plane.
And Cobble.
So which map do we play? Nuke or train?
Play train.
We play train, so we ban Nuke. Thanks, good luck to you both.
Good luck.
See, this is not really the matchup we expected to be seeing. Aries down in this lower bracket, ready to go up against CLGRED that had a disappointing first showing, really, Snods.
Still no one budging, still two players close towards Ali as the real hit towards A begins.
Here they go, straight through Ivy, burst away after the first contact. She does find the first flag and the second, but there's a response from Cindy, who blows her away, but she needs to try and grab some more. Tavi and Cindy both go down, but Riley, she is riled up with a Glock. Focus towards it, but she doesn't realise this promises location, but it doesn't matter, she still gets the kill. It's all down to Emmy, Snods. A 1v1 versus Riley.
Oh my god, the timing. The best individual play we've seen so far.
It's going to be incredible. Riley just has to now hold, playing close towards Connector, just going to be focusing on the angle, slowly repositions though. Emmy sprinting over, making so much noise, spots her out, loses her face, taken down. Riley grabs it.
So the second game versus Aries on Train, that match, our first half was fine. I mean, Pistol looked a little rough because we did lose a 1v4, which, oh boy, that hurt. But we came back and we won the half 10-5 with losing Pistol. So if we did win Pistol, it would have been 13-2, like easily. It was a stomp, and it kind of went downhill after, again, we lost another Pistol on T side.
One flanking Z.
One Z, one box hall.
Both C.
I just kept remembering every like time we had like, you know, a man advantage or anything like that. It kind of just crumbled into our post plans and our clutch round situations. Like our decision making definitely wasn't there. It was very weird because we kind of just started, we weren't playing ourselves, you know? We started like playing scared. We started playing like super far back. We weren't definitely going for the aggressive picks that we normally do, which is really strange. But again, I mean, I guess it's land nerves. So hopefully we can fix it by the next lands, and hopefully we'll work a little bit harder for that.
Let's see if they can try and keep themselves alive now. 45 seconds left on the clock as it starts to come to a bit of a stalemate. A lull across the battlefield as there is no initial fight. But Tally finds another one, takes down Diane. The final 200 is pushing. They want to try to jeep some of it, but they've all been ripped to shreds, Snods. Aries, they take the win 16-14, but in the most ridiculous fashion.
Thank you.
None of us really wanted to say much after the matches because, I mean, we flew like 10 hours to play like 2 games and it was like over. And I think emotions were a little bit, you know, depressing, emo. I feel like with how we've been playing on ESCA, it kind of didn't show up at LAN at all, because I know we're a better team than that. And it definitely was a terrible day for us. This LAN doesn't showcase like how we normally play at all, for sure. I hate losing. Nobody likes to lose. Like, it's really depressing when you do, and you know, but it's a wake-up call for you to do better as a teammate and as a player yourself, and it just motivates you more because you want that win. So definitely taking this loss, you know, and there's nothing more we can do about it really besides go home, watch the demo, see what we did wrong, and you know, fix on that.
I told myself that I'm never gonna quit CS until I make MDL, and for those of you not watching, it's the semi-professional league, which is non-inclusive of gender. Like, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, and that's always been my goal since forever. Like, even though I compete in an all-female team, even though I compete at female LANs and stuff, I've always made it like a priority for me to just be a good player, period. Not a good female player, or not like the best female player. I just want to be a really good player, and I want to be able to compete and keep up with males and all females, but you know, just in general, I really want to make it to the semi-pro league.
Thank you, Benny, for taking on this IGL role. I know it's not easy because I've been in your shoes before, and I think you're honestly working so hard to improve yourself and the team as a player and as a team in general for us to get better. And I know you want to win, and I know I want to win by your side too, and I know how hard you've been working. So thank you for everything. I'm really grateful that you've been doing all this work for us. You're doing a great job, and I know I don't say it enough to you, but definitely I appreciate it so much. Emmy, you know you're my favorite 17-year-old, but yeah, you are a really raw skilled player, and I know how well you can play, and I know our emotions run high at LANs and all this stuff like that, but I know once you get the hang of this stuff, I mean, everybody gets LAN jitters, especially when you're like 17, you know, you're a small little child and it's kind of new, but I know we're gonna do great things, and I know we're gonna achieve great things, and you are a really good player, but I need you to have that confidence in that when you come to these LANs, and you're gonna own everybody. Jen, we've become best friends, and you know, and I want to win, and I know you do too, and we need to put in that effort to do it, and I know that losing this tournament may just have fueled your fire even more to be more motivated for us to win. So this next tournament, I'm telling you that we are taking first. We're not gonna get those LAN jitters. We're not gonna start not playing like ourselves. We are going to win. And Lily, I'm so sorry that your first LAN, we ended out of groups 0-2. I'm so sorry. We can be a better team for sure. This is our first tournament. And I know it's not the greatest excuse that this is our first tournament, for sure. That's not an excuse to rely on. But I know having you on this team now, it's a huge, you know, motivation for us to win even more with this new 5. I think this new 5 is very skilled. I know we're all individually skilled and better than all these other teams, for sure. And I know as soon as we have this foundation, we are going to own everybody, and we're gonna get you a first win. Listen, Diane, get your shit together, woman. We haven't won anything since 2015, and we need to win this year. I'm not getting any younger. I'm about to turn 23 in April, and I need you to win. Anything that's not first is a loser. So put your hours in, woman. Damn, fuck.